AFTERBUZZ TV Network. Now the largest new media platform on the web and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Dean Johnson.
The AFTERBUZZ Studios in Los Angeles, California. Presented by Maria Menounos and Bing.com and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is AFTERBUZZ TV's Glee After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. If you'd like to buzz in on tonight's show, you can buzz us at 424-256-1729. That's 424-256-1729. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AFTERBUZZ TV's Glee After Show.
All right, everybody. Bing is for... Ooh, we're getting the song. I like this. We're early. We've already made this. Mamma mia. There we go. I like it. Sorry, I don't get that one. We're clearly right on it tonight, but Bing is for doing, and we're here doing another Glee After Show. So exciting. And tonight's episode was Guilty Pleasures, aptly titled, of course. And we're in Season 4, Episode 17. Cannot believe we're that far into the season already.
We only have 5 left, right?
I know, 5 more.
And we have to wait 3 weeks for the next one.
I mean, so sad, but at least we have this one to talk about tonight.
Yes.
And we also have a special guest in studio. David, do you want to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm David Mazouz.
So excited to have you here. You're a big Glee fan, and you're also on Touch, which is so exciting.
Yes, with Keeper Sutherland.
Yes.
And you're grooving over there. We were doing a little dancing.
Yeah, it was a good song.
And then you killed our music, Steven.
I mean, I feel like that's what happens every week to us, is that we like to dance along to the music, and then it suddenly dies.
When the music stops, I have to stop dancing?
I know.
No.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go, David. You are so cute. Adorable. So we'll be talking about everything you have going on in a little bit in our special segment. But we should go ahead and introduce ourselves. I'm Stephanie Wenger.
I'm Roxy Striar.
Hi, everyone. I'm Marisa Serafini. And I'm Sarah Mendoza.
And we're so excited to talk about this episode. This was a fun one tonight with Guilty Pleasures.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
It was very lighthearted compared to recent episodes. I feel like it was just a very fun time tonight.
Fun, absolutely, but again with the randomness, they just throw things in there, but it's okay because I'm catching them. I'm like, all right, throw it at me, Glee. I'll take it.
But I like the choices of their songs because it was pretty much their way of saying, this is who I am, accept it.
Yeah.
And they were accepting themselves, which I think is the overall message of Glee that they convey so well.
So the title of tonight's episode was Guilty Pleasure, and I was a little skeptical when I heard that would be the title, and I saw that the listing of songs that they would be singing tonight. I was like, oh, this could be a really cheesy night. I don't know if I'm going to like it. But the way that they did it, where they really just had fun with the fact that everybody's got their guilty pleasure that they don't want to admit all the time, but they were able to express that in this episode. I thought it worked. It wasn't weird.
I really liked it, and I liked the song selection, as you were saying. I thought it was kind of a variety of different things. So what did you think of the songs tonight?
Yeah, they were awesome. Really good song selection. Like, just all the songs were really good.
Did you have any favorites? I mean, we'll talk about the songs in a little bit too, but any favorites right off the top?
Favorite songs?
Yeah.
Spice Girls one, obviously.
I mean, let's be honest here.
Mamma Mia.
Ooh, I mean,
that's why you were dancing so much when it was playing.
Right? Because it's just such a good song.
And how long have you been watching?
I hear that you sing a little bit. Maybe we can convince you to do some Mamma Mia singing. You're like, no, don't make me sing.
Please.
Not a thing that's going to happen tonight. Well, maybe we can convince you. It's okay.
The night's young.
The night is young. How long have you been watching Glee for?
Since it was on, 4 years.
Oh, so from the beginning. That's impressive.
A true Glee.
True Glee.
And actually, I watched it, and then by the end of the 3rd season, like when it was on its hiatus, me and my sister, it was on Netflix, so me and my sister went back and rewatched the first 2 seasons.
Isn't that the best? Glee is so a show that you can go back and watch
'cause
again.
I literally had forgotten every part of it.
Because so much happens.
Yeah, it was like I was rewatching everything.
It's such a fun.
Like for the first time, so it was really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And not to totally switch gears, but Brody and Rachel tonight was. I mean, Roxy, I feel like you're just like wanting to say something.
It's just tough because I love Santana so much, and I'm just like, Team Santana, I'm on your page. I totally got you. But she has no boundaries, and this was clearly the wrong time to tell Rachel what was going on. But she doesn't care. She doesn't care. She's just going to say how she feels. And I don't know. I mean, it's just like, where was Finn tonight? And actually, David pointed that out. Where was our boy Finn? And if we're going to focus so much on these characters, how can you not have Finn? I mean, is he still in New York, or did he just come to punch Brody in the face and then he bounced?
I mean, that was my big question was, wouldn't you want, after you punch somebody out, the big romantic gesture, like to go to Rachel and say, like, I'm in love with you. Like, I just admitted that you're my future wife. Where was that scene? What happened, Glee?
And even just talk about a cliffhanger. That was the big thing that had us like all at the edge of our seats when it ended last episode, and we just wanted to know what was going to happen next. What was the next step for Finn and Rachel and Brody? But that was kind of put to the side.
It definitely took a backseat tonight.
I think they did a smart thing with it because now we want to know where Finn is and leaves the audience wanting more.
You know, Glee does that a lot where they'll leave us off with this thing with Finn or this video with Ryder. And then we don't see anything about the video. Sorry, not the video, the instant messenger with.
Where was
Yes.
What is it?
Mystery
I'm like,
Man.
instant messenger. What is it called?
AIM.
And who was that girl?
We don't know, and then we don't see it again tonight. So we don't see Finn.
Yeah.
We don't see Ryder on the message chat. It seems like a completely different episode that's not connected to last week.
Right.
I still love it because it's Glee, and I'm like, all right, but what?
But
what?
And to make it worse, we've got to wait 3 weeks because they're going to go on a little mini break here to
Another
see
one.
if they'll give us something.
Occasionally, I feel like Glee does this, though. They have these, I call them like a one-off episode, where you have, I think it was like the night of, I'm trying to remember, the night of mistakes, or the night of, there was like a night where they all did a fundraiser back in a few seasons ago now.
Like you said, I don't remember. I would have to go back and
No,
rewatch.
It just slips your mind because
I
there's so
know.
much more going on.
But it kind of feels like these like fun songs, but doesn't really
Right.
relate to the rest of the season.
It's a filler. It's a filler episode. It's like they maybe like focus so much on the development of the story plot and the characters and what's going on in those episodes that they're like, all right, guys, need a break. Let's just do a fun one. and then go on a little break.
So was this week the fun one, or was it last week?
This week is what I was saying.
I
What do you
think
call it? A one-er?
like a one-off, like
A one-off.
It's like a fill-in.
One off.
Yeah.
It's a cool word.
I don't know if I just made that up,
You
but
should patent that.
yeah, exactly. It's like, like it doesn't really relate to anything else that's going on. But I don't know. I thought that this episode, it was really fun, but I really did want more of those storylines. I wanted to see more of Finn, and I missed Finn tonight, and I just felt like we're kind of getting less and less of the old cast. At least tonight, that's how it felt, and more of the new cast.
But I think they added the instant messaging storyline just to give Blake a romantic interest, because we've seen all the other characters, we've seen them hook up, we've seen them break up. And Blake's really the one that's only had a crush but really had no steady, significant other. So I think it's just an intro romantic storyline for that character.
Right, and then leave us waiting and hanging dry.
Exactly.
But I have to say that I was so happy to see Rachel. I wanted her to find out this secret that Brody had been keeping from her. I don't know if I was the only one that felt that way, but
No, I did too.
no, okay, good. I'm not alone.
You're a Rachel Finn fan? You like them together?
Yeah.
And you want Brody out of the picture?
Yeah, but I do think that Santana should have waited till after her audition.
Right.
Because now she's going to be thinking about that. And
Would that mess you up if somebody told you like a massive secret before an audition?
yeah.
Roxy, same thing.
I've been thinking about that.
Yeah,
Throughout
I mean,
the whole thing.
you can't just, like, some people are really good at compartmentalizing. I am definitely not one of them. You know, you can't just spring something like that on somebody before a huge event. It's not beneficial to them, especially something that's not time urgent. You know, if it's a pressing matter and you have to say something, but there was no need to just throw it in her face. I mean, I guess Rachel did say, you know, we're broken up for now, maybe we'll get back together. But she wasn't like, maybe we'll get back together in an hour, you know? I mean,
Yeah. Santana just couldn't stand the thought of that possibility, so she just, you know.
And for the first time, though, tonight, I felt like Santana was truly acting as a friend rather than
An enemy.
An enemy, exactly. A lot of the time, you feel
Yeah.
like she's kind of malicious or mean towards.
Yeah.
She's just so, I feel like she doesn't know how to express her caring for other people sometimes, because when she is mean, I feel like it's because she cares about them, but she just doesn't know how to go about it and say like, hey, this is just me caring for you, okay? And I'm like trying to help out, and maybe I shouldn't be doing this myself, but I feel like you should
Yeah.
do this or whatever.
And that's Santana too. She's very straightforward, very brutally honest, which is, I honestly think that's like her biggest vice. But it actually, where she's coming from, came from a friend, not as just some mean, malicious person.
And were you happy to see Finn come in last week and totally stand up?
Yes.
It was
I was like, go, punch him in the face. I was really shocked when he said, stay away from my future wife. I was like,
yeah.
I mean, probably my favorite line of the season,
Yeah,
because I'm
but
such a Finchel fan.
I'm just so like hung up. Did he go back to Ohio or
that's what I don't know. I don't get it. How could they not show him this episode?
Like if he went back to Ohio, that's just stupid. Just comes to New York to punch a guy, but then if he stays in New York, why wouldn't he show up to Rachel? It just doesn't really make any sense.
Maybe he's waiting for the right moment and he's hiding somewhere.
He's in the bushes.
I'm hoping that he's waiting for what happened tonight, which is that Rachel finally stood up for herself. I think we would have never seen the old Rachel act this way. Like the high school Rachel would have just kind of let it happen.
Who are you saying she stood up to herself to?
She like stood up for herself with Brody.
Brody.
Okay, well, here's the thing. I think that she was actually pretty mature about the way she dealt with the Brody thing. Not that you're saying she wasn't, but I don't know if it was so much like an aggressive, I'm standing up for myself. It was more like, you are a gigolo, and we clearly cannot be together.
See, I agree with you. I mean, she was being realistic about the situation at hand.
Right.
Most girls would feel the same way, or if not all girls. But I felt like she finally jumped in and was like, you know what, I'm not taking this. I'm not going to take it lightly. And she, in that way, stood up for herself.
Yeah, I agree. It was very adult-like of Rachel, and she even admitted why she was in the relationship, that she was just kind of using Brody to make her feel better in her
Fill a void.
Yeah, to fill the void. So she had that adult-like way that she went into breaking up with him.
It was very adult, but she did kind of do the low blow, you know, and approach him with the $20 bill as if
So deserved. Well deserved.
And I agree it was deserved, but she went there.
Okay, I say low blow or smart move. Like, if you're going to confront someone, why not be so clear about what it's about?
Well, can we talk for a second, though, about just because they're on my mind, because I kind of just want to...
I know.
No, you know those arms. Like, let me touch you. No,
So
what were those?
yeah.
The arms that Kurt has.
The stuffed arms.
What
that
was
are
his name?
so
Boyfriend
really-
arm.
The
Boyfriend arm.
I
Yeah.
have it here somewhere.
I know that.
Bird exclusive.
What did you think, David, about those weird boyfriend and girlfriend
Hilarious.
arms?
Okay.
Hilarious.
Why haven't one of you guys gotten me one yet? Like, I need a boyfriend
Do
arm.
they really sell those?
I don't know. We're gonna do some research on some of those
Roxy.
cool apps that you have, and we're gonna find me a
Yeah.
boyfriend arm.
I think we can
Roxy,
bing it. And
we'll give you a
find one.
real arm. You can have my real arm.
I'm like hanging on you. You're like, get off of me. No, I need a boyfriend arm, and I need it to be dressed in plaid, and I need it to be named Colin, like from The Secret Garden.
in plaid.
Is that so difficult to ask?
I was just about to say, why in plaid? Now, I mean, I know it's off topic, but I have to ask.
I don't know. Santana's was in plaid,
But, okay, you just want to be
and
like
I love Santana.
Makes sense.
Yeah, perfect sense, right? Everything
Yeah.
I'm saying, spot on. No, but I
You
just
should
thought
make
that
them
was-
where you design the shirt of the person.
Ooh, I like
Yeah.
that.
Custom-made arm.
What if it, and you could do custom
you go.
smells too,
It's
the
on the screen
cologne.
here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there we go.
For all you listening on
thought-
iTunes,
should
I
able to
thought that
design
was
it.
such a hilarious guilty pleasure for Kurt to have.
So creative.
Random.
And so fun. And I also kind of love the fact that Blaine and Sam took it onto themselves to start off this guilty pleasure, idea, this theme for the week. And
I like how they're stepping up because, Will and Finn aren't there. So they're like, all right, we're going to do it this week.
Because that's how much
Guys.
they love the club. They
Yeah.
love it so much that they don't want to just not meet because Will is mysteriously sick.
I just want to say, I just looked it up, and you guys can get your own pillow, arm pillow, boyfriend pillow for $25 online.
I think that's totally.
My birthday's in July, guys. Just saying.
So is mine.
Yeah.
Okay.
exactly.
Know what to get her.
Birthday gifts.
I think
Birthday arm for ladies.
I think Brody's gonna get one of those arms soon because he's heartbroken.
But I gotta admit, those look kind of comfy.
I can dig it.
I think we're now going into creepy territory of discussing the arms. So we should.
This is getting creepy, huh, David?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little creepy. We can go off on our tangents. You'll soon learn. So Blaine and Sam though tonight, they absolutely, it was very funny. They both had these moments where they were like, "Are you crushing on me?" Am I like? And I kind of from the promo thought that something a little more was going to happen. Let down.
They tricked us.
They tricked us into it. Did you think that anything was going to happen between them? I didn't think like.
I honestly didn't think so, no.
I didn't either. I thought that they dealt with it really well.
Yeah, I kind of had a feeling that their true emotions were gonna get told, but I don't think it was gonna go anywhere more past that. So.
I just thought I was kind of waiting for the awkward kiss. Like I knew that they weren't obviously going to enter a relationship together, but it was like that awkward moment, and I guess
I think that hug was pretty awkward
that's true. We did get a awkward hug.
with the mints.
Oh, yeah. Let's not.
Anyways.
Let's not do that.
No, but I thought it was great because I think Glee has done a lot of different scenarios to handle this. And, we have Santana telling Brittany that she loves her and Brittany being like, okay, I guess that I could be gay for you because I love you. And then we have situations like Kurt and Blaine where they were both out and then they fell in love. And then we have situations like Tina and Blaine where Tina's like, I love you, and Blaine's like, oh my God, I don't feel the same way at all. And now we have a situation where it's like Blaine it's not like he likes it, he has a crush on Sam, and Sam's like, that's cool, whatever. Yeah. I'm a guy and I'm hot. I thought that was cute.
Very accepting, which was great, and such in the Glee theme, totally. But I love the songs, and we'll talk more about their songs, but I thought that they were so perfect for the theme tonight. We had a Barry Manilow song, which Coco Cabana, how can you go wrong? I mean, so much fun. And I just totally lost who.
What are we looking for?
For Sam.
I have so many notes in here.
Sam's Coco Cabana, and obviously Barry Manilow for was
Blaine.
Thank you.
No problem. Yeah, so we had Wake Me Up Before You Go Go, which was Blaine and Sam together, and then we had Against All Odds, which was Blaine's by himself, and then we had Sam with was it Copacabana?
Yeah, it was just like a perfect.
It's just the two of them were very much so. Basically, the two of them were the whole episode almost.
Pretty much. There you go.
They sang so many songs,
sample of it.
and it's because we didn't have Finn tonight. We didn't have Mr. Shu tonight. We're missing people, and so all of a sudden these people are stepping up to the plate. We've got. Yeah. See, when you play music, I can only think about one thing at one time, and all I want to think about is dancing.
David's into it.
That's all that
Breaking it down on the
matters. Okay.
I mean, so much fun. But yeah, I thought that these were really great songs, and we'll get into their performances in a little bit. But Marley and Jake, this couple is they're kind of the new. I know everyone always hates me on YouTube when I say this, but the new Finchel. I don't know how you guys feel about it. What do you think? New Finchel or not as good?
New Finchel.
New Finchel.
You think so?
Yeah.
So David, you would rather have Marley be with Jake than Ryder? Who would you choose for Marley?
I don't know. That's a tough one. Probably Jake.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What is it about Jake that you like better than Ryder for Marley?
Well, first of all, Marley doesn't like Ryder, or not as much as Jake. Mm-hmm. Even though they both like her, which is really awkward.
Yeah, because they're friends.
Friends.
Yeah.
You know, it's just a hard question. I can't answer it really either, but I don't really understand why Marley is so upset with Jake. I feel like Jake should be very upset with Marley. Marley did kiss another boy, but instead Marley's mad at Jake because he wants to sing a Chris Brown song, and he has completely legitimate points about the fact that they're singing all these songs. And one of my favorite lines of the episode always comes from Britney S. Pierce when he goes, you guys are singing songs, you know, Rihanna, Britney, that have negative whatever, and she says, oh, don't talk about Britney. Like, Britney
take that back.
Yeah, take that back. I love it. I love when Britney. Oh, the exact words were, "You shut your mouth." He's saying that Britney Spears is not a good role model, and Britney S. Spears says, "You shut your mouth." Like, she just loves her so much. I love that. I think it's hysterical. But no, I mean, this thing with Chris Brown, it's always a debate. It's not just a debate that's on Glee.
It's a debate that happens all the time among girls, I mean, everywhere.
Nobody can deny he's an incredible dancer and he's an incredible singer. He happens to not be, or not seem to be, I don't know him personally, the greatest human being. Does that mean you can't listen to his music, and does that mean that you shouldn't dance along to his songs? I don't know.
I don't know. I thought it was interesting that Glee went there. I wasn't expecting that they would necessarily go on the Chris Brown debate.
And the fact that they made such a strong stance where all the girls were like, no, he is a bad human being. Do not listen to Chris Brown music. Yeah. You know, like, it was so strong, what they were trying to say.
But I like how they approached it, because it was all girls attacking Jake about this topic, but then Jake had the audacity to say, well, I'm a guy, this is how I see it. And we had the whole male perspective on it, and I thought that was really well done.
I have to say, though, sorry.
No, I was just going to say, but yet he still didn't stand up for this song and his decision, because he actually changed his song.
Right.
Yeah.
It's true, but I felt like it's interesting because most girls I know, it's not every girl feels the exact same way on that issue. It's a mix, and so it was interesting that Glee did make that choice to.
I think it's a perfect guilty pleasure. I mean, honestly, if you were to ask me, yes or no, do you like Chris Brown, I would have to go with yes, because when you have a tune stuck in your head, and I don't mean him as a person, I mean I love his music, and I like to dance to it, and I like to sing along to his songs.
You like him as a performer.
I like him as a performer. I mean, and now in this decade, in this generation, in the last few decades actually, your personal life is so open that when you say you like somebody, it doesn't only mean that you like their performances, but it also means you like them as a human being.
I think more and more we're seeing that in the music industry, though. It's not about, with these deals where you have books and you have this and that and you're becoming a hyphenate, it's not so much just about, oh, you can sing. It's about, you can sing, you can be a host, you can do this, this, and this. And so it's a very judging
And
time.
just even our tabloid culture, what everybody's concerned with is who that person is, not just their craft.
Right. Yeah, I think you can like the work, but not the man.
It's very true. This is very deep conversation for our Glee after show. It's not where we normally go. So maybe we should jump into some songs and talk about everything that's going on. It's a little bit more fun. I thought that this was a great start to the episode. Wake Me Up Before You Go Go. I mean, wham, 80s
Catchy.
magic.
Where's the tunes on that, baby?
Catchy,
Where's the tunes?
Wake me up.
Before you go.
Yeah, no, it was very catchy.
So much fun, and it was such an 80s flashback. Did you like the performance?
I loved it. I know, like, their 80s clothes.
You do. Super fun.
Were you even born in, no, you were born in the 90s.
I wasn't even born in the 80s.
Really?
Yeah, I'm a 90s baby.
God, I feel so old.
I don't even want to talk about it. No.
I love feeling young. Look at me, I'm all trendy and young.
Please tell me I'm not the only person who thinks of Zoolander every time I hear this song.
No.
You're not the only person.
Oh, okay, just making sure.
Thank you, Sarah.
Right over my head. Wait, I know we're talking about the songs, but we didn't even mention Fondue for Two, which came right after the song.
I know. I was going to tie that in.
I miss Fondue for Two.
I miss Fondue for Two. It's my favorite part of the show.
It hasn't been on for so long.
Brittany's the
Fondue
best.
for Two.
Brittany's great.
I love how she said that Lord Tubbington's guilty pleasure is Scientology. And they showed him reading a little Scientology book.
It was like perfect shot too, because the cat just like literally peeked behind the book.
That was
So
the
funny.
funniest thing of the episode, I think.
I mean, I just love the fact that cat humor can bring everyone together. Like, there's nothing that, nothing not to like.
You guys thought that was funnier than her saying her guilty pleasure was farting around old people so that she could blame it on the old people? And they
I'm not
thought
saying
they
it's
did it?
funnier.
And then Brittany
And
said,
then they
"Me
thought it was
too."
them.
Yeah. That's cruel. Funny, but cruel.
Yes.
Pretty terrible.
Sorry, I couldn't. I just knew it came after the song.
No,
and
I want more of it. I feel like
Brittany goes up to Kitty and says, "So, guess
Everyone
what? Everyone hates you."
So Brittany.
so Brittany.
Amazing.
Also,
Wait to start a conversation.
Exactly. Like, would you respond to somebody if they came up to you and in that cheerful tone? So, guess what? Everybody hates you. I'd be like,
But Brittany could do that to Kitty because Kitty's so mean too. I think Kitty could take it.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's true.
that's the perfect person to do that to.
Speaking of Kitty, I just want to mention that Artie looks like he's got a thing for Kitty now.
What was that?
Yes.
Yeah.
What did he say? He was like, "You look like you're happy here," or something. Yeah.
Club
in this
now.
Glee club.
But during the whole performance, like he was just like staring at her, practically drooling the whole time.
I know this is
You
a
guys
side
notice
note, but how great would, like, with all the cross-promotional things that Fox can do, having Fondue for Two as a web show, like that you could go on every week and see Brittany's Fondue for Two?
Dude, I would.
Yes.
I wouldn't.
Oh my God.
Wouldn't
Yeah.
you so watch that?
I would watch that.
I mean, I would be so into watching that, but maybe that's
We
just
should talk to some people.
Okay, not
I'd be
only should
addicted
you
to it.
watch, we should get you on that show. We need to figure out how to create Fondue for Two and have you be one of the two and Brittany be the other. That would be so freaking funny.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, amazing and so much fun. So, the next song, Coco Cabana, Barry Manilow. Did you even recognize the song when it came on?
No.
No, I didn't think so. I was sitting near you, and I was just like, no, I don't think he knows this.
It was
but
a good song. I liked it.
yeah, it's a fun, upbeat one for sure. And Sam, I have to give Court Overstreet, Sam, credit. I mean, he wore that costume pretty well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
He was very game on to do that. I feel like sometimes on Glee, it feels a little awkward, and he just owned it tonight.
And I like that it wasn't completely choreographed and that they were just having fun dancing around the room.
Yeah, and I gotta admit, because Sam said this was his guilty pleasure, but yet when he was singing it, everyone else was singing it too and backing him up. I was like, they all know the song. If they're gonna judge him for liking Barry Manilow, why are you singing the song too?
Yeah.
Well, that's why at the end of it,
Exactly.
they all
Yes.
confessed, like, I like Barry Manilow too.
I'm a fan of
Manilows. Yeah.
Yeah, I liked that it was very a very chill performance. It didn't feel very choreographed. But on the other side of it, I kind of wanted that type of performance in the beginning, and then it break into that full fantasy of him being Barry Manilow.
No,
I don't know.
I could see that.
Yeah, I don't
Did you
know.
guys catch that Blaine later on after this performance was reading the Goosebumps?
Goosebumps,
yeah.
You guys used to read those?
That's another
Yeah,
guilty
so
pleasure.
90s.
Back in the day, dude,
In the
Goosebumps
90s.
were my jam. And Are You Afraid of the Dark? Do you guys
Yes.
remember those?
Oh,
were my
yeah.
I
two.
mean, who could forget?
But again, they know who's watching their show.
Yeah.
mean-
90s kids.
Tonight was absolutely an ode to 90s kids, for sure.
Oh, heck yes.
Did you guys read the Goosebumps books where you could choose your
choose your
ending?
choose your ending.
Those were my favorite, obviously.
I used to do that and die several times, and I'd go back and choose another one.
Oh, yeah, because you could read them 3 or 4 times and get each ending and each
There'd only be
decision.
one where you made it out alive, and I would be
Yeah.
like, where is it?
Right,
Why can't I find it?
Our systems detect that a host has wandered off the subject.
Sorry.
Did you ever read the Goosebumps?
What was that?
That's what Steven does when we stop talking about Glee and our fans get mad at us because they're like, what are you talking about? So he's making us go back on track.
So maybe we should jump back into the Phil Collins song, Against All Odds, Take a Look at Me Now.
Take a look at me now. Like that.
Wow, Roxy.
I mean,
Go for it.
Nice.
Thank you. You can show me up anytime if you want.
I liked, yeah, go for it if you want to, yeah. But I liked this performance for Blaine. I feel like he can do no wrong, though. Every week I say it. He can take on any performance. That beginning performance where he was so 80s and crazy and jumping around to this so nice ballad. It's great.
If you can just sit at the piano and sing and there's no gimmicks for the entire song and you have my attention, you're doing a good job. Not only a good job, a great job. His voice is incredible. the emotion in his face. This reminded me of his acoustic performance of Teenage Dream.
Yes.
Yes.
And it just
but
like
no crying.
But kind of at one point he like, you know, his voice almost cracks when he gets to a note because it's hard. He's emotional about it. I don't know. It just was really great. Yeah, I thought it was a great performance.
I was very emotional.
Real. Loved it.
Yeah. It's a good performance.
With performances like that are so stripped down, what you really focus on is what the artist or singer is actually saying in their words. And it was just, and that's what it was. It was really him confessing his crush for Sam or heartbreak over Kurt.
So true.
And that's why it was so good. You could really see and like feel what he was going through.
And I have to say, this next one was my personal favorite of the night, and Roxy's gonna make fun of me for it, but that's okay.
No, I'm not, girl. I got you.
It's Wannabe Spice Girls. Come on now, 90s girls. Just, I feel like this was.
I love the Spice Girls.
All right, I gotta admit, I never liked Spice Girls.
What?
That should be a guilty, just guilty.
So yeah,
So you never watched the Spice Girls movie or
Nope.
anything? Oh my god.
You've never seen it?
It was funny.
Oh my gosh.
In the screening room, all the girls are jamming. I'm just like, this song.
Where's the song, Steven,
Wannabe.
so we can sing it to Marissa?
So tell me what you want, what you really, really
I never liked this song.
Oh my God.
I don't know. For some reason, I just never got into the Spice Girls.
First of all, okay, first of all, that's cardinal sin. Like, what? I was the biggest. I had the posters all over my room. They actually made these postcards that were collectibles. I had like over 100 taped everywhere. They're my pencil box. Like I was obsessed with Spice Girls. And I thought that I was Ginger Spice, which I don't know why. I just really was.
I mean,
everybody had their person, you know, that you absolutely were. I love when people go outside of the box because now when I dress up for parties, I'm always Scary Spice. And so tonight we have an interesting, but I'm not black, and I'm like, but I rock it, so I feel you, Tina.
What did you think of Glee's performance of it tonight? Did you like?
That was awesome. I was totally into it.
Yeah. Did you? And were annoyed by us like dancing around while it was going on?
Well, half.
Tell us how you really
Half of me is offended, David. No,
I'm with you.
No, but the costumes are so iconic, and you can't, you know. I know it's not a guys aren't in love with the girl band thing, but it's cool. Like, it's cool. Maybe I was trying to do like the boy band to impress. No, it's cool. You know, like, fine, guys, make fun of me and my guilty pleasure of my deep voice.
For some reason, I just never got into the Spice Girls.
That's okay.
In retrospect, I probably would have liked it, but I don't know.
Were you into Bobby Brown? Because that's our next performance. No? A little less?
Really.
I really wanted My Prerogative. I think we both said it, Roxy and I, that we wanted My Prerogative to be the Britney version.
But it didn't end up mattering, actually, because the versions are similar enough that when you're changing it to being Jake anyway, I thought he killed it. Even though I'm getting ready for Britney Spears to come out belting, like, I was into it.
Because his dancing was so good.
Dancing by himself.
Yeah.
Nice.
Speaking about Chris Brown, like that's why he wanted to do it because his dancing is amazing.
Mini Chris
So
Brown.
good.
He's like the next Mike Chang on that show.
Yeah, absolutely.
good
That's what I was
one,
thinking
yeah.
during it. Can you dance? I can't dance.
Want to show us some moves, David?
You have all the
No.
space.
Silence.
No.
You guys
I never dance.
Oh, I know Marissa. I know you dance, girl.
I do. Yeah.
I'm just pointing it out. I'm just jealous.
Somewhat. No? Yeah, all right.
No, I pretend and like I'm gonna go home and rewatch this video and I'm gonna try to memorize what Jake did and then I'm gonna do it. But I look like that and I'm like trying so hard and I look in the mirror, I try to like wink at myself and make a cute face, but it's not gonna work out.
I mean, yeah, there's definitely some like
During that performance, I just didn't get it. He was dancing and then he kissed Marley's hand, and then she just like looked away and was like mad. I was like, why?
Yeah,
what was she
why
mad
are you so
about?
mad? I have no idea.
This was the big question. Was she mad because he was thinking about doing the Chris Brown song? I'm not sure what where the anger was coming from.
And he didn't even end up doing it.
Right. We find out that she's actually mad because he switched to a Bobby Brown song and didn't realize that Bobby Brown is the person who got Whitney hooked on drugs.
Oh, right. Yeah.
But that was like the worst explanation of all time. And if you're going to be that kind of girlfriend who really gets mad at your boyfriend because of that, you might as well break up now. I mean, high school's got a lot more hurdles in it than you sang a song of a person who allegedly did, it's like.
But again, that's high school. Like, little petty things mean the most.
I guess that's her prerogative.
Exactly.
And then we had a Radiohead song, which was really fun. Creep, Brody and Rachel. It's
okay, my favorite of the night.
I don't know if
I call it fun, baby.
I was just about to say, I think fun might have been the wrong word, but I was like,
it was amazing.
Yeah, it was so good. I love the montage. I know that that's not in their actual performance, but I loved the montage of them singing it.
Dude, I wrote the exact opposite thing. I said, it's not that I didn't love, I thought that it was very creative. I thought that the montage came out of nowhere. And when I closed my eyes, the sound was incredible. Yeah. But the montage was like, she was running, and I'm like, where are you going, girl?
I know. Right. I thought they were going to run into each other.
I thought so, too. Did you think they were going to turn the corner?
Yeah, like they were going down the same hallway. I thought they were going to run into each other and then make up.
Literally, that's exactly what I thought.
I wrote down slow running. Why are they running? Why is it slow?
I think it had something to do with the lyrics, so it was talking about running away. And,
that's what I thought
But
too.
slow running.
Okay, imagine filming that, though. Sometimes when I look, I honestly have to give her so much credit because Rachel's character does some of the weirdest things, and she just takes it in stride, and she's awesome. Like, somebody's like, obviously they slow it down, but run down this hall and lip sync the words while you're walking through the chorus room and all this stuff. And
that's where filmmaking comes in. They actually shoot it at 60p and then slow it down and then you re-record over it.
That's what I'm saying. It's just still like, watching this, I was like, you know what? They want an interesting performance. It definitely kept our eye. We're watching it, but what the heck is going on? I have no idea.
I didn't like the slow running. I think that was the only thing that didn't do it for me.
I would have liked it if there was if they came together.
Yeah.
You wanted them to come together?
Well, if they did, it would have made sense.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, I get what you mean. Yeah, within the montage, but
careful, you're gonna offend our Finchel lover over here.
I know. I was like, let's get angry. No. But I thought that it was interesting that was the way that they went with that performance, rather than I kind of wanted to see Rachel. I don't know why, but I wanted a more emotional side of Rachel.
Well, she did do the ugly cry right before that song.
That is true.
Let me see everybody's ugliest cry face. Marisa's like, I don't have one. Oh my God, you win.
Winner right there.
Okay, but what's with the tongue when you do it? I didn't say.
He's all committed. He's being committed, yeah.
That's why we have the actor of the room. Brilliant performance. And thank you. No, but her cry is really just the worst. I mean, why is it? Yeah. It's like when I look at her, I'm like, ooh, stop. No, I don't want you to cry. I feel bad. But it fits her character.
I mean, and the thing that maybe did or didn't fit, we can debate it, was the Mamma Mia song at the end. As much as I love that song and love their performance tonight,
didn't fit.
Yeah. Okay,
really?
Thank you.
Okay,
like it had nothing to do with the story.
Thank you. I'm so glad you're here, because I feel the same way.
But I have to say, I didn't think it was as out of place as I thought it would be. Because going into it, we knew that song was coming, but then, I don't know, I thought because they were having a lighthearted moment where she's trying to get over Brody that it kind of fit.
I mean, I'm glad they introduced it with Rachel picking out the movie, so at least we had a little bit of, here's why we're singing Mamma Mia. But they were just trying to connect the New York and the McKinley world, and they're pulling at straws. They don't know what they're doing at this point. They're just like, how do we get these two worlds to collide?
Well,
hula hoops,
tell us
apparently.
what you think. You can go on iTunes, rate and comment on our show. It helps us make a better show for you. Tell us, your opinions. We love reading your comments, and I know we have a ton of them tonight that we read from last week, but we actually don't have time to get into those tonight. So we are reading them. We love hearing about them. So
obsessed, love it.
Yeah, keep doing it. We have them all printed out. We were gonna give some shout outs, but we do want to get to our special guest. So it is so exciting to have you here. David. So
you're fun to watch with. You should come in and just watch all the Glee shows with us more.
I know. And you're not only a huge Glee fan, but you're also, as I mentioned earlier, on the show Touch, and that airs CBS Fridays at 9, right?
Fox.
It's Fox.
Oh, I have the wrong network. That's always cute. So,
But you play Jake.
Yes.
Who doesn't talk, and like, I've actually watched a few episodes of Touch, and you're amazing. I just
Thank you.
I love all the voiceovers in the beginning and in the end.
Yeah.
Just how everyone is interconnected
Yeah.
on that show, and how hard is it for you acting wise? Because you really don't talk in the show.
Yeah, I play a character, Jake, who is kind of like a spirit and doesn't talk and can't be touched, or doesn't want to be touched and doesn't want to talk, but he's kind of like a spirit, and he sees all the connections in the world and kind of like sees the future, and you don't really know exactly what he sees and what he doesn't, but he kind of like he's like a spirit. He kind of sees the future, and he kind of takes Martin on these adventures to make the world a better place and help people.
and what's it like working with Keither Sutherland?
He's awesome. He is like such a nice guy. He actually got me a guitar for my 11th birthday.
That's
Wow.
what I heard. Have you been playing the
Yes.
guitar recently?
Yeah, that's the one I use.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And have you been taking a lot of guitar lessons?
Every Wednesday.
Woohoo! So fun.
Yeah.
It's so funny because you're so. I can't even believe how old you are because you're so well spoken.
Thank you.
And you're playing a character on a show that doesn't speak very much. So how do you get around that and still manage to express yourself without using words?
Well, it is difficult because as you probably have seen, that my favorite thing is to talk.
And dance.
I love to talk. Yeah, dance. So yeah, it was hard. Like when I found out I booked it, I was like, how am I gonna play a role that doesn't speak when my favorite thing is to speak? But I got around it, and I learned to speak through my facial expressions.
That's great.
Yeah.
So how does your character Jake communicate with? It's your dad, right?
Yeah.
That Kiefer plays.
Well, through numbers. Sometimes he'll write down a number. Sometimes he'll, a lot of different things. Sometimes he'll take Martin's hand and pull him somewhere. He only took his hand actually once, and he didn't do that, so never mind. But once in the last episode that aired, he took Maria Bello's hand, and because she was about to leave from somewhere, and so he took her hand so she wouldn't, and so just little subtle things that make Martin do certain things and other characters in the show.
And what's happening next? Can you give us any spoilers?
I don't want to, but I will tell you that in the next episode, they might come close to finding Amelia.
Ooh. That's
You're like, oh my God.
What?
Yeah, no, that's very exciting.
exciting.
Yeah,
Interesting.
absolutely. And you also have another project coming out called Sanitarium.
Yes.
And can you tell me about that project as well?
Yeah, that's a horror movie that I did over the summer. It is a film about a certain sanitarium, and Malcolm McDowell plays one of the people the head doctor that works in the sanitarium. And it's 3 different stories about how 3 different patients got into the sanitarium, and my little story is about me, and my dad, who's played by Chris Mulkey, is sexually harassing me, and there's this, it's kind of like the opposite of the boogeyman, where the boogeyman comes and kills children. It's the boogeyman protecting the children, so the boogeyman ends up killing the dad, and then my character, Steven, becomes catatonic.
Cool twist.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's intense.
Oh my God. Filming a horror movie, were you afraid?
Was I afraid? Yes.
Yeah,
I'd be afraid.
I have to sleep with the lights on with those kind of movies right
I
after.
know, I'm so scared of them. That one sounds terrifying, but I'm going to have to see it.
Yeah.
And so it's going to festivals right now, right? Is that?
Yeah.
Cool. And are you planning to go to any of the festivals?
I think so, yeah.
That'll be so cool.
Yeah.
It's something that is so much fun.
Very fun.
When you're not busy being a superstar actor boy, what exactly? Acting face. What are you doing? You're practicing guitar and you're in school.
Yeah. I go to school. I hang out with my friends, play with my dog, hang out with my family.
What do you do with your friends?
Yeah, I hear you're a big dog fan.
I have 2 dogs.
Oh, excellent.
And you're also
We're big dog friends.
Yeah, we've got Buzz in studio.
Yeah,
you didn't meet our
Buzz.
dog. We have him. We'll show you.
I know, so much fun. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Really fun to have you in studio with us. And we just want to quickly tell you about another Glee event that's happening this week. On Saturday night, there is a big performance with the Glee Project cast here. If you live in the Los Angeles area, it's at Universal City Walk. It's at the John Lovitz Theater. And Marisa can tell you a little more about it.
Yeah, it's consisted of mostly the Glee Project Season 2 contestants, Abraham, Michael, Nellie, Eileen, Charlie, and Lily. Abraham and Charlie have actually been here in the studio.
They were great to have here as well.
And yeah, and they're performing again along with the other contestants. It starts at 7:30. General admission is $25, and VIP is $45.
I know, and you two are heading over to that event.
We're gonna head over there.
VIP, baby.
VIP. So we will have the full scoop for you if you can't make it to the show, but you should totally go because they are amazing performers, and I wish I could go so much.
So
but
excited.
Yeah, it'll be great to hear about it next week on the show. And speaking of that, should we talk a little bit about what's happening? We have a 3-week break. And then we will be back, and it looks like it's going to be an intense episode when we get back. With
Hello, gorgeous. That's pretty much all I got.
Yep.
No, you got to fight for your right to party. I'm so excited to sing along to that and bang my head and just like relive my college days, which ended too soon. And Will and Beast eating dinner, and Beast, I don't even want to repeat what she did with the pasta.
That's so disturbing.
Yeah.
That's quite the visual.
It is. But we thank you so much for watching. We have had so much fun with you, David.
Thank you.
And
Thank you,
David.
you can. Where can they find you on Twitter?
At Real David Mazouz.
Great.
And
my
White
Twitter
Nights
name.
does Touch Air for those who want to check it
Friday
out.
nights, 9 o'clock.
On Fox.
Definitely check it out. It's such a great show, and he's such a great character.
You're such a talented young guy.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're going to go far. You
Thank
will.
you.
It's so great. And you can follow AFTERBUZZ at AFTERBUZZ TV and follow me at Stephanie Wenger.
At Roxy Striar.
I'm on Twitter at Serafini TV.
And you can follow me on Twitter at Sarah with an H, Mendoza.
And we'll be back in 3 weeks with an all-new episode. Thanks. Ugly Cry.
From Bing.com, executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later, please.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.